Hey Virgos, welcome back to my channel. Guys, if you're new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thanks so much for supporting the channel. So we're going to go ahead and do a general message for my Virgos that are dealing with another earth sign, another Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Now, this is a general message, so it may not resonate with everyone. Just take what resonates for you, Virgos, and leave the rest. Anybody interested in a personal reading, my information is always down below. Thanks to those who do reach out for those, and thanks to those who donate to the channel, and to those of you who do subscribe. It's very much appreciated. So I do hope that everybody is doing well, okay? But Spirit, what is the strongest energy here today for my Virgos that are dealing with another earth sign? Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and Venus. Cross watcher, if you're in here, feel free to flip the roles, okay? Give me a card for the other earth sign. What's the strongest energy between the two? Someone here may be having difficulty sleeping. Can I get a card for the other earth sign? Thank you. So the card that is coming out for the other earth sign, we have the Justice card. Now, we know that the Justice card talks about truth and doing things the right way. It talks about an energy of karma. But I'm noticing that in this card, not only does she have the moon behind her, but I'm noticing these scales. And on each side of the scales is skeletons, or just the heads of skeletons. And I'm noticing that this woman is blindfolded. I don't know if I like that energy. Now, I also get this energy where someone here may not see some sort of karma coming towards them. But we'll see what else comes out. Give me a card for the Virgo. Give me a card for the Virgo. Strongest energy, Spirit. Oh, is there a lot of silence in this situation? Okay. What's trying to come out? Explore. And this, for me, is like the card that we have in the other deck where it talks about courage, somebody going on a journey, or this could very well talk about things that are hidden, right? I see the raven there as well, which can talk about, any birds for me can talk about messages, but the raven is a bird of the past, the present, and the future. But the card that is actually turning over for you, Virgos, it says honor in the past. Now, you do have a number 30 over here, okay? If I had to boil that down to something, to me, it would give me a 3. Now, they're showing me two cards. They're showing me the 3 of Swords, which we know talks about heartache and pain and sorrow and grief. You know, it can talk about things like depression or despair. But they're also showing me the 3 of Wands. And the 3 of Wands is an energy of seeing the bigger picture of a situation. But it's also an energy of planning. So I don't know if this other earth sign, if this is an energy of someone here maybe feeling some type of way because now they see the bigger picture of a situation. Or like I said, there may be an energy here about this person, about being careful about the decisions that they make going forward, right? Every action causes a reaction. But you have the number 31 or 13, right? And we know that 13 represents the Death card, which is Scorpio energy. Death and rebirth, endings and new beginnings. But it does boil down to a number 4. And the 4 gives me the 4-1, so there may be something here to do with, oh, okay. So for some of you, there may be something here to do with like a twin flame connection or a soulmate connection, but it could have something also to do with your home and things like that. Your home could be very much protected at this time as well, Virgos. But honor in the past. And I see a raven here as well. So it's giving me the energy that a lot of you may be very intuitive. There could be a lot of protection around you. I'm seeing a lot of figures around this woman. I'm seeing a figure that's holding its head in its hands, like again, this energy of sadness and things like that. So I don't know if it has something to do with this other earth sign, okay? Let's see a really old lady down here, which again is making me think of, there's something here to do with your bloodline. I'm not even going to lie. They're giving me a different energy here today for you Virgos with just that one card, right? And it's making me think of a video that I want to do where I kind of going to make the video aim towards, I want to say, I'm going to name it Head Honchos and Supremes. I've already did one, right? But for those of you where maybe you've inherited gifts from your ancestors, or maybe you were just naturally born with those gifts, right? Again, that kind of a title, the chosen ones, right? But honor in the past. So some of you, you're very much taking something very serious when it comes to your ancestors and angels. All right, Spirit, let's show me more, because I'll just be talking. 5 minutes, no cards. All right. Virgo's dealing with another earth sign. What's the energy here, Spirit? I'm going to get a card for now and a card for going forward. So the first card coming out is the marriage. And we have this number 3 here again. So some of you, I don't know, maybe you are married to this person with all that past life energy. You could have been married to this person in a past life. But the number 3, again, with the 3 of Wands energy, right? This could be maybe something that's coming up for some of you. Show me more. Yeah, bottom of the deck, you have distant horizon. And you have courthouse and journey and main female. See, some of you, you may go forward to have some sort of relationship, or, you know, this is a general message, or friendship with someone here. It could even be like a partnership. But someone had to end something first. Yeah, see the energy of someone had to end something first. Maybe with a gold digger, it's kind of giving, right? Or someone who was maybe around for material things. And then you have the main female with the journey, which I feel like is that energy of, yes, endings. So someone can have a new beginning. Some of you may get married in like a courthouse or something. Energy going forward, you have the main male, and see how he's a number 1. Okay. Show me more. What is this marriage? There's something here about mirroring as well, right? The Justice here, we have the number 30, and the marriage card is a number 3. Okay. And then we have the honor in the past, which is a number 31, and you have that number here as well. So even the number 4, that 4 wands energy I was getting, maybe it is about a marriage, or I'm hearing solidifying something. It's like a robot. What's the energy of marriage? What do we have for Virgo's dealing with another earth sign? Okay, so I'm getting 2. I am seeing letter, so let's take that. And then we have the Tower in the reverse. Interesting, not necessarily a bad thing, okay? Yeah, crossroads. Someone could have just been stuck at a certain point for a while, maybe not knowing what to do, maybe not knowing what the right thing is to do with this Justice card and this lady being blindfolded. Again, this heavy energy of something ending with these skeletons here. Now, the letter is a number 27 or 72, boils down to a number 9, right? And the number 9 gives me the wounded warrior, the 9 of wands. And the wounded warrior talks about somebody not giving up, maybe being on the brink of wanting to, okay? But it talks about perseverance. It talks about fighting for something. It talks about leaving something behind. But in this card, the letter talks about documents, which would be a document, right, if you was getting married. It talks about message, news, speech, writing, and communication. You may hear from someone very soon if you haven't heard from somebody. Now, the Tower, like I said, in the reverse, talks about avoiding the inevitable. It's a number 19, which could be significant, or 91, but it does boil down to a 10. So I don't know if someone was holding on to something that was bound to end, right? I don't know if someone here was delaying, like I said, a connection coming together, but something's happening. So crossroads with the woman and the mountain, yeah, and the moon, and there we have the man. There was some sort of obstacles or blockages here, and it could relate to fear and things like that. Maybe someone, again, was ignoring their intuition. Maybe somebody was thinking that something was all in their head. Something about the word inspiration. All right, show me what this is. Virgo's dealing with another earth sign. Give me 3 cards. Look at that. Divine Feminine turning over first. Nice. Two more cards. Yeah, we have the assistance from the spirit guides. So again, I don't know if that has something to do with the word inspiration. Someone could have been getting a lot of downloads. What is this? Wanting to turn over. It didn't quite come out. It says comfort zone. It says self node, and it says clinging. That's what I feel like somebody was doing. But in that card, when you see comfort zone, self node, you see that this woman, she has like a plastic or something over her face, which is an energy of suffocation to me. Somebody staying in something that they have outgrown, but at the same time resisting some sort of change. One card. Limitations, fears, yeah. All right, give me 3 cards for going forward. You have confusion and illusions. You have healing the inner child. You have remember and awakening. So again, you know, difficulty with somebody going through some sort of change. Yeah, whoever this is, for some of you, they may be watching or spying on you, or they may have a third party around them that may be watching and spying on them. I also pick up this energy of somebody regretting some sort of choices that they made. Maybe they just chose, how I like to describe it, as like wanting to live in the fast lane. What is this divine feminine energy? It's that Page of Swords again, and I saw the world. So for some of you, definitely watching you online, there's that 9 of Wands, the wounded warrior. What's divine feminine? 3 cards. You have, yeah, look at this. You have the 3 of Pentacles with the 8 of Wands. And then you have the High Priestess. So like I was saying, some of you may be very intuitive. Maybe you're very connected to your ancestors and angels here. I'm hearing something about Spirit saying right now, for some of you, they're saying the veil is very thin. Anyway, so the High Priestess is divine feminine energy. It's that someone who trusts their inner knowing here. Again, the High Priestess can sometimes be described as someone who is kind of like the, I want to say the bridge between both worlds, okay? Three of Pentacles, I feel like this is someone who even wants to work with you, or they see how closely, like I said, you work with your ancestors. But the 3 of Pentacles is teamwork. It's you building on some sort of success. There's something here that is moving forward, right? But again, it could be that maybe after somebody moving forward from a third party, the third party could be anybody. It could even be a thing, right? There looks like there's some sort of communication coming in here with the letter and the 8 of Wands. This is an energy of things moving fast here. There could also be something here about traveling, but there's some sort of sudden action. What's the assistance and spirit guides? Now, you guys know that on a Wednesday, I don't really go into too much details with these readings, right? If you guys want the bonus, you do have to hit the thumbs up. What is assistance and spirit guides? Virgo's dealing with another earth sign. This is also for some of you, someone who's been avoiding you. I'm trying to get through these videos, and these are only meant to be like 25 minutes long, but the information, some of you, this has been someone who has been avoiding you, but still keeping their eye on you, because they're playing that song, right? Sometimes the sun goes round the moon. There could be something about the month of June. But when I think of the sun and the moon, right, that is masculine and feminine energy. This could even have been someone who has tried to forget you somehow, some way, or you them. What's assistance and spirit guides? Coming out, landing on top of the High Priestess. It's the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody was leaving some sort of information out in the cold, or ignoring something here. Now, show me more, because the Five of Pentacles, yes, it's an energy of maybe someone here struggling financially. Six of Wands, if someone was holding back because of their financial situation, I feel like Spirit has been sending them signs and synchronicities in saying, hey, listen, don't worry about that. Move forward anyway. But show me more. Six of Wands talks about victory, success, public recognition. What's the Five of Pentacles? Five of Pentacles talks about a struggle. The Knight of Wands. So this could just be something as simple where this is someone who would have to maybe leave some sort of playaways out in the cold, right? This could be someone who is younger than you. But the Knight of Wands does talk about someone who is kind of like fearless. They're confident, right? They're very much assured or self-assured. But it can also talk about someone who is rebellious. What's the Knight of Wands? With the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Cups. Yeah, so this could even go back to, like I said, I don't know, maybe somebody also did something in a haste. Because that Five of Cups talks about someone who is crying over spilt milk. But what is limitations and fears? The Two of Cups. This is partnership, love, compatibility, soulmates. What's the Two of Cups? The Ace of Swords. That's the truth. Or someone is seeing something clearly here. But the Ace of Swords is a victory. It's also an energy of communication. Somebody speaking their truth. What's the Two of Cups? Yeah, but somebody feels defeated. Or like I said, maybe something that they did in the past. Maybe they thought it was a wise choice and now they're realizing and seeing that it wasn't. Five of Swords is an energy as well of, you know, somebody who bullies another person. To me, it's an energy of jealousy and envy, intimidation, mind games. What's the Two of Cups? Ace of Swords. The Temperance, landing on the High Priestess. This kind of makes me feel like, you know what, now that somebody sees, I almost wanted to say sees who you are, right? Maybe you've just gone dead silent on someone, but it's this Temperance is an energy, again, of the ancestors and the angels. You could be an earth angel for some of you, or this is somebody wanting to kind of bring back some sort of peace and balance to this situation. Heavy soulmates energy here. Temperance and the Two of Cups. What's the confusion and illusions? What are we getting stuck on? The Chariot and the King of Cups. Someone could have water highly aspected in their chart. I almost went to say it could be Pisces, but let's see. Or it could be Cancer, Chariot and the King of Cups. What's the Chariot and the King of Cups? This is victory. This is moving forward. This is overcoming any kind of obstacles, right? And I feel like, again, with this King of Cups energy, I feel like someone comes in peace. What's this King of Cups with the Chariot? Now, for some of you, this could be somebody else in your life. Maybe someone you're moving forward with. No, maybe not. I don't know. King of Pentacles. Yeah, Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Someone here is not wearing their heart on their sleeve. They're not expressing themselves. But they do have some sort of emotions here. Now, for someone here, this could be like a same-sex couple. Is this King of Cups and King of Pentacles the same person? Is that a yes or no? Because is that a yes or a no? What's this? Six of Swords. I think this, I don't know. It could be same-sex relationship for some people here. But I feel like for some of you, there is someone here who may be, and I'm saying maybe, genuinely sorry about something. But the Ace of Wands. And that's a yes card. It landed on the Eight of Wands. Maybe someone was just confused about, like I said, their feelings and things like that. I'm hearing all over the place. Okay. What is healing in a child? Yeah, maybe this is someone who, I mean, I guess I want to say, you know, maybe someone who didn't know how to love, or they was blocking love out. It could have something to do with their childhood. It's almost like I'm hearing, or Spirit is showing me, like someone's inner child just getting lost in a maze. So anyway, you have the Page of Swords. What's healing the inner child? Someone here has been watching, learning, or they've been curious. I mean, I don't think that's the word I want to use. I feel like they've been learning and watching something here. They've been paying close attention to something. What's this Page of Swords? Yeah, the World card. They've been watching something online. I think I saw those two cards when I was shuffling earlier. But then we have this Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords with the Page of Swords would make the Ten of Swords energy. So again, this energy of betrayal and backstabbing. There had to be something for some of you where some sort of curse had to end, or this person had to break something here. But the Nine of Swords is anxiety, stress, and worry. At the beginning, I believe it was your video at the beginning when I looked at the thing and I said someone here hasn't been sleeping. What's Remember and Awakening? How are we doing for time? Oh, Lord. What's Remember and Awakening? Five of Wands and the Lovers. Something could have something to do with a Gemini. It doesn't have to be. There could have been some... Do you know what I'm hearing? I don't know who this is, right? But I'm hearing like a squabble with someone, like... It might not be the exact words that they were using, but it's like almost like somebody fighting to prove that they're someone's soulmate or twin flame, or that's who they're supposed to be with. But show me more about the Five of Wands and the Lovers. There's also maybe some sort of arguments here. Yeah, maybe something to do with some sort of infidelity here. What's the Five of Wands and the Lovers? Five of Wands is conflict, drama, chaos, competition. Too many people involved in a situation. Coming out sideways. Landed on limitations and fears. You have the Five of Cups and you have the Tower. So any card that comes out sideways is a blockage. What's the Five of Cups and Tower? The Six of Swords. Okay, yeah. So someone is moving away from something. Yeah, definitely the Death card. Someone is escaping something, right? Moving to calmer waters here. It's like somebody realizes what was keeping them stuck. So, moving on real quick. Strongest energy in love. 3 cards. Virgo's dealing with another earth sign. First card. Landing on the Three of Pentacles, we have girl talk. And it says time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment and having fun. Yeah, so I'm telling you, some of you may get some sort of communication. I am seeing the Runner. It says runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy and listening to ego. Didn't we say that? One more. This may have been someone who didn't know how to or didn't want to deal with some sort of emotions, but there feels like some sort of energy of maturity here. So if this is a masculine, you know, I'm surprised the Emperor didn't come out here, but we do have 2 kings. What's the 2 that's missing? The King of Swords, which would be communication, and the King of Wands, which would be action. Okay, so we have keys on a ring. It says many options, decisions. It says unconventional, and it says string along, and it says one night stand. Now, this is interesting, right? Because the runner is running towards those keys. So this could be someone, like I said, right? Instead of them kind of facing their emotions, they'd rather just have like, it may be one night stands, but situations that maybe don't really mean anything or they don't really have any depth. What else is coming out sideways? Girl with a snake. Funny. Because a key with a ring came out with these 3 cards and they all came out sideways. So for some of you, this could be the blockage, right? Whoever this girl with a snake is, it says empath, it says a narcissist, it says paradigm, it says being charmed or used, and it says enable boundaries. And look what came out with her, abundance. So again, somebody may be in a relationship with somebody just for, someone was with an opportunist. Can I put it like that? They said you can. You have keep a positive mindset. It says manifest exactly what you want. It says gratitude and bliss. And again, at the bottom of the deck, someone is seeing something. The golden mirror, it says self-absorbed. It says narcissist. It says one-sided relationship and love bombing. Yeah. Yeah, somebody was wearing a mask, but they were making things look real good. Like things was like paradise. All right. Moving on. Let's see what this earth sign doesn't want you to know. What does this earth sign not want my Virgos to know? Okay, this one looks like it's coming in the reverse. What is it? Okay, so in the upright, it would say clinging. It says holding on, obsessing, and spying, but it's in the reverse. So does that mean that they don't want you to know that they're obsessing or spying? Or is this, okay, it could be saying that maybe they've let go of this kind of energy. You do have return. It says second chance, opportunity. It says making amends. What they don't want the Virgo to know. Landed on the High Priestess, and it says breaking point. It says limit. It says final straw, and it says overwhelmed. This is making me more feel like, I see what clarifies it, but it's more making me feel like this person may be getting to a point where they're tired of just watching you. It could be something triggering them as well. I'm hearing that. Clarify these 3 cards. Yeah, with clinging in the reverse, you have confusion. It says uncertain, unclear, and unsure. I don't know if this is the person that was causing them confusion, but take it how it resonates. What's return? I saw that at the bottom of the deck. So return, you have, it didn't quite come out, but it says fantasy. It says daydreaming, imagining, and fantasizing. Yeah, makes sense. What's breaking point? You have foundation. It says established, family, and security. I don't know if this is like somebody, I don't know if someone has another situation around them, right? Could just be their family. It could be someone they have children with, right? I don't know if someone here is getting to a point where they kind of had enough of that. But yeah, someone here is tired of some sort of lies or something like that. Now, this 2 masculine energy over here, this could be like family members or something like that. Somebody could have something to do with a car as well. Let's see what they would say to you, Virgos. Look at me saying Virgos. Yeah, you are Virgo. I don't know, maybe you're dealing with another Virgo. It doesn't have to be. What would they say to the Virgo? It says, I'm only staying. It says, I'm only staying here for my kids. It says nothing else. It says, I'm making my way out. 2 more cards. You have, I'm tired of the silent treatment. It says, I want to sit down and talk about this once and for all. Someone's name could be Curtis. It says, I'm going through a lot right now. It says, I need space and time to gather my thoughts. So, energy going forward, and then we are done here. 5 minutes later. So, going forward, it says divine intervention. It says time for reflection. Yeah. energy going forward. I'm looking at this card and I'm looking at the water, and I'm hearing what one of the other cards say, where it says something like purge, release, and surrender. So you also have cheating. It says broken trust. One more, energy going forward. Yeah, fears and afraid. But the door is open. The key is in the door. So that is what I've picked up here today if you are dealing with another earth sign, okay? If anything has resonated with you, I do ask that you hit the thumbs up for me, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. But if this is where we part, guys, stay safe. Love and light.